another episode of Line Brand on the Record. I'm Jonathan Blackwell, Managing Director of Line Brand, and we're here in NashwellCo.work. And I am with Javier Lomeli, who's the founder of Brightview Growth Coaching. And we've been talking about mutual collaboration and being in this space, seeing people come in and work with Javier. If you're a member of this space, you get to work with Javier as one of the benefits of membership. And so we were talking about responsibility. And I like that word because it's like the ability to respond is also a part of responsibility.
Sure.
But you were mentioning some books that you might have read also that play into that slowing down to focus. And so as a coach, tell us about how you individually affecting each person that you work with in that capacity.
Sure, yeah, that's good. So two books kind of I think that we were talking about a little bit or that come to mind are Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow and Jocko Willink's Extreme Ownership. And so both of them coming from different perspectives, but both saying very powerful things, coming down to everything that happens in your life that you have the responsibility for, you need to take ownership of, right? And in any context or any space that you're in, whatever that looks like, you have the ability to control something. And it usually starts with being able to control what you do with your business. When I'm working with small business owners, to help them understand, okay, when I'm waking up, when I'm thinking about my business and what I want to do with this machine that I'm trying to build, how do I take responsibility for it in the areas that I've been given? And being able to, through that, slow their minds down, because everything is so fast, right? And just getting faster.
Yeah.
Be able to slow their minds down long enough to clarify that and do it well. And that's where the power of a coach really comes in, is to be able to sit with these small business owners and leaders and say, hey, okay, tell me a little bit about where you're going. Tell me a little about what that looks like. What do you think are some of those challenges? What are some things that I hold you accountable to so that you succeed at whatever it is that you're doing? And so helping them understand what that responsibility and how they need to grasp that looks like. And it can be a powerful process when people recognize that wherever they're at, there's always something in their immediate vicinity that they can do to bring value, to bring impact, whatever that might be. Maybe it's just pulling away, maybe it's taking a breath, a variety of things. But being able to emphasize that has been a powerful thing.
And that, so slowing people down, the responsibility of being accountable for those internal changes, choices, and at one point we were talking about external tools and internal, if you call it technology, or you're basically rewiring in a way. So just maybe like finishing up this video with like the internal versus external. So it's like you're working with individuals, and I hope that you'll work with Javier, and specifically here in this space that just adds this kind of dynamic, collaborative nature to everything that we would be doing otherwise individually. But so what internal changes do you perceive, and what external tools do you advise as a coach?
Yeah. So one of the things that I really like to focus on, and sometimes it can be a little bit abstract because we like to separate, right? Like this is the business world and this is kind of my internal world, and they stay separate. But really, when you look at how things tend to operate and flow, it all kind of comes together, right? So how you're feeling that day, how you're thinking about what you have in front of you, whether it's things that you need to do with your business or a problem with your employees or whatever that might be, how you're thinking about that, how you're processing that internally is driving what your behavior looks like. And so, without getting into too much of the weeds, in short, I help people change how they think about what they have in front of them, rather than just immediately going to a place where they're trying to change what's in front of them, right? And so if it's maybe, this business isn't working, these people aren't working, just fire them, shut the business down, whatever that might be. I'm not saying there isn't a place for that, but a lot of times what's required is how can I shift how I'm thinking about this challenge in front of me so that I can really exponentially accelerate, right? Really move towards a goal that's profitable and beneficial. And so really being able to emphasize that, and as that shifts, as that changes, then being able to ask, okay, what are the tools that exist that you can start to use to help you leverage that, right? To help you maximize that. And someone once said that as we change our tools and as we kind of build our tools start to build us and change us.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of this idea of thinking about that cyclical relationship
Mhm.
and how you can impact that initially as someone of influence, as someone who's impacting change in a positive way.
Mhm.
So for business owners, growth-minded leaders, whatever that looks like in the context they find themselves in, helping them really strategically maximize their thinking.
And, you know, spending time with Javier, if it were just good conversations, which it always is, that would be enough. But this man will, you know, take you from where you are and, you know, lead you through personal growth. Everything that you do is very tailored to the individuals that you work with, and it's just such a service. So, thank you, Javier, for your time today. And if you want to find Javier online, his website is brightviewcoaching.com.
Correct, yeah.
And yeah, I hope that you will find him.
Yeah.
NashwellCo.work is where we are now. And I'm
Yeah.
Jonathan Blackwell, Managing Director of NashwellCo.work line brand.
Yeah,
And
all lowercase, no spaces. Bright
Yeah.
View Coaching, just as it sounds.
yeah,
Just one thing it says.
brightviewcoaching.com.
Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah, and look forward to seeing you again. Hopefully you'll come and see us
Likewise.
here. And yeah, thank you, Javier Lomeli, founder of Brightview Growth Coaching.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah.